Kevlar. And Rain is not going to wait too long, moving up mid with his P2000. I think he's got Guardian for support. Double peek coming in from the CTs versus 3Ts, but it doesn't go the way they wanted.
No, it's a good start for the Swedes, that is for sure. Can they close it down? It's just Nico left against 4. The bomb can make its way freely to that B-bomb side.
You gotta be careful with just and Nico in the same sentence.
That's true, that is true. But he should be shut down here. 1 kill. What else can he get? Make some more money, perhaps? No. Krims will get the frag. And this isn't. I mean, as you said, Lornas, these are 2 really great maps. Because although this is FaZe's pick, I mean, I feel like it's a fantastic map for Fnatic. They're just so unrelenting with their aggression on this map around middle, on that CT side and the T side as well. So this is perfect.
Yeah, the instant buy up. You saw that classic mid busts. That is a double smoke.
Really?
Oh, 100 damage nade.
Really?
Boom. Didn't even collide with him.
My gosh.
A grenade could do 101 damage if it hits you and then explodes. I think that's the most it can do.
100 damage nade. Dang. So rarely ever see that. What a treat. What a treat.
It is Halloween after all.
Yeah. But where is the trick? To the treats. FaZe. Oh, yes! And to Lecro as well. I like it. That is fantastic. The Deagle Master dies by the hands of Nico.
Oh, some miscommunication there. That's going to leave. Oh, God. That is awkward. Nico's only got a UMP collected. There's still time for this bomb to go down, but where do they plant it? It pretty much has to be default now. I think Krims is jumping on top of Golden. And you can see where he is positioned. Golden in the red. Where is he going to go? How many kills can Krims get from this position? He's got reasonable cover from a short position. I don't think FaZe are ever expecting this to be a possibility. Creeping in 1 by 1. Oh, Nico's on the left-hand side and Krims doesn't get a kill. Golden, he jumped off the box and let that reveal his position. Rain with a sweeping, jumping Mach 10. Forced by prevails for FaZe.
Oh, no.
He could have been able to get that. He could have been able to clutch. I think he should have stayed top of the truck. Show less of your body. Could have had line of sight. Would have had to worry about a few more angles, but I think with the...
Oh, no, he got shot first.
Oh, he did.
Down to 82.
Okay.
I saw that, yeah.
It's not as amazing as we thought.
Yeah.
B-Hop makes the difference there. And FaZe immediately steal it back. That's tough. Krims had a good spot, but that was like the Achilles heel. Someone peeking on the left side as he's holding for market and just the left of the right pillar. Top mid control for Fnatic with complimentary underpass player. Nice peek from Flesha.
Flesha making his way up short then. That's always awesome. If there's no smoke down the connector, you get some really sick vision towards that A site. And FaZe being down a man in this round, which otherwise should be good for them. Certainly starting to feel the squeeze of that middle control that Fnatic have. And I like this response from them to actually go forward and play a forward setup. Okay, we've given up mid. Let's play a forward setup on the A side. So if they try to split onto A, we're going to have some good positions to deal with that. Likewise, we can see Olofmeister taking care of the vent position, making sure that no one can sneak through connector and through the vent without them knowing about it, which is really important. But Fnatic, meanwhile, setting up a B split, which is a pretty good choice.
Carrigan knows that he's exposed in a short position, so he will get aggressive. Will this position be looked for? He needs to keep his M4 out as this smoke dissipates. Oh my god, he doesn't even fire a bullet, I don't think. That is a veritable disaster. Krims planting for shorts. Rain alone on the A-bomb site. Well then, well then, well then.
It seemed like Carrigan thought, alright, if I wait a second, we'll see if he looks at me. If not, I can have a couple people walk past, down a man. Maybe I need to make this huge play, but I don't think he expected Krims to kind of awkwardly come out through the far side of the smoke and peek like that. But Fnatic win with 5 alive. Steal it back with 5 alive, recover all those guns. Starts with that opening kill from Flusha into connector. Very clean shot.
And we are back to square number 2. FaZe on a force buy. Almost identical for Karrigan, excuse me. The scout and no armor as he was in round number 2. And the rest on pistols. Guardian though, maybe leaving some money in the hole for a sniper rifle ultimately, because he's only gone P250 on this round. He expects his team to fail. Grenade towards the box. One of the common positions for a CT to jump up towards the window, but JW not quite in that JW? Someone's not in that position, but it's not JW, it's Rain. Hello.
Hello.
Heavy mid presence once again. Wonder who threw that smoke in front of connector. It must have been a terrorist, but wonder what the purpose was exactly. That scared me.
1 minute mark. Crims has lost an AK. 2 plays towards connector, but the bomb wasn't necessarily heading towards A. Hard to tell around T spawn. Passively waiting, but seems it will be the B split. But look at FaZe. They've pushed through T spawn already, and there are going to be 4 players in the B bomb site. 4 well-equipped players for a late push from Fnatic.
Great reposition with the CZ. Forced into the open, exposed and taken down. Now it's down to Guardian. Gets a nice catch mid-air. And there's the second one. A third from Guardian. Beautiful stuff off the P250. Don't expect that.
Damn. And he didn't even invest anything. He bought P250 so that I think he would have enough money for an op in a later rounds. Nice job working around the bench. Incredible efficiency with that P250. And FaZe trade back. It's like a game of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't know what that means. Dan does though, but I don't
believe in the heart of cards.
I don't know. Well then.
Good nades.
Even better headshot. Olafmeister taken down towards a short position. And that's going to force Karrigan up towards short. And he's going to smartly pick up the AK because he was only on a CZ. Ah, he had a scout again. The ubiquitous scout has been dropped. There is a peek thanks to the flash. Fnatic not quite in position to split. Guardian is expecting this, but if he moves to his right, he could be in for a nasty surprise. Flusha holding some angles, but not going to hold the whole time. So who is going to win in this situation? If JW jumps up and gets taken out, then maybe Flusha can do something about it. In the meantime, Fnatic will set up for the B split.
Guardian definitely trying to keep tabs on this. There's the catch, but JW, how on earth does he get the headshot there? That's absolutely heinous. Now it's down to Rain and Nico, and they're going to save, I would imagine. Very fast take of the B site from Fnatic. Like, you can't really argue with that.
I can't be the only one that's seen that happen way too often, right? Or it seems like he's got him.
It's crazy. I mean, it just shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Guardian's looking specifically at that angle. You have to jump in accuracy, presumably. Although, when you're jumping up onto an object, is there landing in accuracy? There probably isn't.
No, because you can. You
crouch.
don't have to actually land.
Yeah.
You can get it before you reach the apex of your jump.
Right.
Yeah, and stand instantly. So it does make your model jolty, which is kind of I think what CS:GO has been trying to avoid over the years.
Yeah.
But it's nice. I don't like that you sometimes when you jump you have to jump and land on something that's not that high up.
Yep.
One skill that I think more people need is to know when they don't need to crouch, because that will give you landing inaccuracy when you jump onto a box that's not actually that high.
Yeah.
And understanding what boxes are high enough that you can actually just jump and not have to crouch to get on will give you a big advantage if you're peeking somebody.
So what you're saying is people should play KZ?
That is...
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well then, FaZe will take the conservative approach this time. It seems, yeah, I mean, when the rounds are traded back and forth continuously, it's not favourable for the CT side at the beginning of a match necessarily. Shooting gallery time for Fnatic. They've lost one player so far. I think Guardian, the barrel of his gun will betray his position, or will it? Doesn't seem certain if JW has found him, but JW is going to fall, and Karrigan will trade, and that's the bomb left in an exposed position. Karrigan is now dead. Bonus Molotov as well. So. Wow, Olofmeister's dropping. Okay, he's got enough money for the Kevlar.
Pretty crushing round. Fnatic looking very strong right now and getting mid control every single round. FaZe don't want to allow them to think that they can just have mid control. It's not very easy for CTs to take, but it's important that they don't think they can get away with it. But they are going to expect here. It seems like FaZe in response are just going to go for an A ramp push, like they have in the past, but speed it up this time and win the fight.
There's not a lot of stock rests in JW to try to get something for Fnatic because they don't have mid control, they don't have anything towards A either.
I love this. So people, when the team's going for mid control and over and over again, the A guy actually has to pick between Palace or A ramp. They typically don't play all the way back in CT. So right after pushing A ramp, FaZe go into Palace, and now Rain has position here. Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I think that's. I would assume that's some lag on our side because, yeah, you see the delayed kill feed. So we'll ask to look into that.
Woo. Oh yeah, there we go.
Paper Mario.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, this must be a tech issue on our side. So we will have a look at that, see what's going on. Maybe some routing to the GoTV server or something, but perhaps it has. No, it's still there.
Yeah, the drop sounds like it's like this massive packet loss or something.
Yeah. It's a good molly, you can tell.
Tap, 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 he's dead.
That is very bizarre. Maybe a reconnect to the GoTV is required.
I think it's getting better.
It's moments like this you really appreciate sound.
Yeah.
Just add to how intense the round is.
Yeah. I fear not though, the players will not be experiencing that. It's just our connection to our GoTV. That is the issue, nothing else.
5 HEs for Fnatic. Where are they going to throw them? Is Guardian going to get HE'd in the face?
Oh, he might, yeah.
Oh, this would be so sick.
God. Oh, get wrecked! Didn't even use all of them, but they might go immediately to steal that up.
It's actually such a sick play. Yeah. That is a sick play. JW gets the AWP as well, and they've got middle at the moment, and they've caused a bit of chaos towards B also, which has created some space around this middle area, which has been sort of voided by FaZe. And with JW on that AWP, there is definitely potential to get something here.
Why isn't JW's opt named the JWP?
I don't know.
What is it named?
I don't know, actually. He's got Olaf's Boostmeister 2014 DreamHack.
Yeah, let's never forget that fun.
Memento.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be an auto sniper though that you'd name that?
That's very true.
Yeah.
Or a scout.
Or a scout works too, yeah.
Well, this round has descended into madness, and Olofmeister's forward position towards B will be helpful to the remainder of FaZe elsewhere. Nico has taken a position in Palace, which allows him to cover almost every possible plant position. More or less everyone. And now it's JW who will head away from A, back towards B, or will he? Okay, just changing weapon perhaps.
Well, how many rounds have been traded back and forth? Oh, okay, so there's at least two of a string.
Nico looking for the bomb carrier. 8 seconds now, and all he needs to do is face. Nothing to lose by facing, but he's still teasing. He allows the bomb to go down. I suppose he will play to win the round as opposed to stop the bomb in the 2 versus 1. Crims knows the meaning of this, but what can he do about it? Has he heard the sound cues from Karrigan? He's repositioning to try and avoid a double peek. Sees the trajectory, and now all is known. He'll avoid the flashbang. And it's a one-on-one versus Karrigan. He's in the red. Dancing up and down the ladder, doing the most that he can, but the numbers game is too great. Karrigan with a kit and 6 HP will save the blushes of FaZe in this round.
Nico actually did almost mess that up. Did he get that last kill? Oh, he did. So it wouldn't have been an ace, but he got 4 kills in that round. Big impact. But if he had pushed out as Crims was planning, even if he dies in that situation because Crims gets off the bomb, they win the round. So he would have been able to end it right there, just by going aggressive. Ooh, an AUG.
That's amazing. That's got to be a misbuy.
Well, it's nice to have a scope at range,
AUGs are insane.
depending on your implementation, so not necessarily a misbuy.
Pretty expensive though.
Extra $200.
Yeah.
Cheaper than it used to be. Nico, got to be careful with his tracers, making plays to escape. Okay then. It's a nice shot at least from Guardian, but now has he redeemed himself? He doesn't. Taken down by Flusher. Oh dear.
Oh man.
That was a medium key dope flick.
Nico is very dead after that.
Guardian. Guardian, Guardian. It makes such a good sound. Or maybe it's just I feel that way because I haven't heard it enough.
Yeah, it sounds like a tractor on steroids.
Well, still a pretty good round for Fnatic to try to win. Obviously, 2v2, great position to be in as a Tease. So much space to work with. Well, so we'll find the 1v1. Even though he gets the first couple bullets out, he will die to Crims. Left him pretty low though, and Rain could actually take control of the bomb here if he gets the kill sooner rather than later. But we get a rotation. That is awesome.
I think you might have just seen Rain, just about, because otherwise, I mean, it was strange to me that Golden was running into the A bomb site while this was going on, and there's the bomb. 15 seconds.
It did go into the smoke though, so Golden can grab it.
And he has, and Rain is on the chase, spotting Golden.
Ooh.
Golden looking more like a chunk of zinc now. I wanted to say tungsten actually, but no one would really understand that unless you invest in precious metals.
Would it be next level if you pick like a metal that's like an inert or something? You really want to like make it next level.
Because when people try to sell fraudulent gold bars, they hollow them out and fill them with tungsten, because tungsten is almost exactly the same density and weight as gold.
I like the idea of golden puns. Do gold and take silver in the round.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's one people will even understand, which is a bonus.
A rare thing on this show. I think people knowing what the hell we're talking about.
Never want to be too many levels deep.
Yeah. Gotta go back to the surface every now and again. Okay, well, JW's about to die, so there he is, he's dead. He died.
Oh, BM.
Yeah, it's pretty. Come on, put it away. Put it away, Rain. 6-4 is the score for FaZe. They are doing pretty well on their CT side. I do have to say, I really enjoyed the smoke on Catwalk and the 5 grenades in Guardian's face. I thought that was awesome, and I'm actually surprised I haven't seen that before now in a professional match, because it seems so obvious now.
Yeah.
It actually seems so obvious. I'm sure a lot of people will be stealing that, and that's a great matchmaking strat, man.
They better be stealing my molotovs first, then the grenades afterwards.
That is a great matchmaking tactic to run. Well, Nico is he's on the bench. At least Guardian didn't put him there this time. Although Fnatic tried to make individual plays out of these choke points, they are just running into the defense without much resistance.
Oh boy. 4 CTs a day. Okay, 1 on flex goes into market, but still 3 dedicated.
Only 1 smoke for Fnatic though. It looks like they're going to rely on the entries if they can. And there's a nice one from Golden. Rain, oh, Flusher taken out of the sky like a pigeon. And there's another one. Guardian, there was the highlight reel. I love it. This is everything we expected it to be so far.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. And not quite enough money.
Pull. pull. Oh, I was a bit early on that one. Boom.
Ooh, skeet shooting. It's the half.
What do you say when you're skeet shooting? Do you say skeet?
Skeet skeet.
But if you want to.
But that's a personal choice.
That's where I was going with it, but never mind.
I always get looks.
I was going to say, like, what if you want 2 of them? But never mind.
I feel uncomfortable. Oh, I see.
To the windows, to the walls.
I took your alley-oop and slam dunked it.
Yeah, and then Dan just ruined it afterwards.
I did. I just went in there and I ruined all of it. Just ruined all this stuff.
Dan's like a cat which just like urinates with furniture when it's upset. Well then, FaZe, do they invest in this retake? It's a force buy from Fnatic as far as armor is concerned, which means that this is not going to be easy for FaZe. Their money's not in the most spectacular place. The high ground is going to be very important, but Nico's revealed his position with a flashbang, so they know somebody's there. He's got to find a kill here, otherwise surely they commit to suicide. Oh, Rain's going to get a 2K! Everything changing now, JW. Oh, wow, that's a huge one. Pre-firing down to the Deagle. And FaZe bring it back. Never count them out. An expensive round, but a successful one, and the lead is extended.
It was costly, but if anyone can afford it, it's FaZe Clan. Go right back up to 2 ops. Good for JW to make it pricey. Nice round from Rain. JW showing Crims how to play the spot, but for the 3rd kill, very hard.
Okay, the double AWP is out. They're going to go aggressive in mid here. It's the, it's just straight up to top mid. Rain is making the run. Guardian trying to offer cover, but the smoke is down there for him, so Rain is going to be without too much cover. Here as JW comes into the mix to eliminate Olofmeister. They're just trying to fight over middle here as FaZe and Fnatic, but Fnatic, the Swedes, are winning the day in that sense, but they have to contest with the B defense now. Guardian's repositioned for it, but he's, again, just displaced by this good use of utility from Fnatic.
What a fast round, and that might be the end of it. Guardian 1 versus 3. If they give him an opportunity, he'll take it. Oh, just spotting an arm, perhaps. Don't want to repeat Guardian, proving that time and time again, and he will give up on the round and try to preserve his rifle. Golden will be holding an angle up short, but I'm sure Guardian will look for this, and he'll take the high ground first, just to make sure his path is somewhat clear. Does not choose to engage. So 5th round on the board for Fnatic. That was a violent round.
Yeah, it was violent, it was fast. It was blindingly fast. Oh, they know. Uh-oh. Well, at least he's not on the T side. They still lose it. They lose the opportunity to buy another one, maybe. Oh no, he's going to go no armor.
That's sort of like the rounds that I was talking about earlier that I wanted to see, that I thought we would see. It's just both teams not wanting to give up middle. It's like, we're going to live by this or die by this.
He must have spotted a second player as well, but Guardian will have the master trade going up the connector stairs at perfect timing.
Nico wants to recover the AK. He also wants to make sure he doesn't die in the process. Oh, it's an AWP, right?
That's pretty big. That is quite the pickup. He can completely change his positioning now, or he can start to attempt to do so. You can see him starting to walk back towards the further back positions. Guardian gets a good covering shot there, taking down a curious Lekro. What did Fnatic do from this position?
They actually have 2 ops at A right now. Oh, wow. They can still kind of sit still. I mean, they have Guardian in a great spot.
Flusher has to be activated for Fnatic. Olofmeister just about looking the wrong way. I don't think anything would have come up on his radar there. So Flusher has opportunity. Carrigan moving into position. And he will win despite having the M4, taking slight damage. And now that's going to speed up Fnatic. But Guardian is still in the CT position. 35 seconds on the clock. Trying to face the grenades are streaming, and he's got no Kevlar. So that's really dangerous for him. Moving forward now. Oh, they're lining up! Golden will not be able to do any more. 3 players survive for FaZe when the money is tight. moving into the last round. Money is somewhat broken for Fnatic, but they'll have a reasonable buy for the most part.
It seemed like after trading rounds, Fnatic on the T side should have had a much bigger lead coming into this, and suddenly FaZe have started to walk away with this. The rounds that stick out in my mind, though, are these crazy rounds that FaZe won by taking mid control, splitting B. It feels like that's been the story of this half, but quietly, FaZe have been dealing with it.
Somehow gets his second shot off Guardian there after strafing while taking the first one. Nico makes it look like JW's AFK. Quickly runs to a 3-on-3.
And nade was bang on there for Electro. He just walked straight onto it. That is quite the brazen peak there from Nico. And now it's a really desperate situation for FaZe. Wanting to get that 10-5 on the board, but how on earth are they going to pull that out of the bag here? They've got no utility. Rain has a kid at least. Karrigan asking questions. Imid picks off Electro. It's a very, very nice kill. That's going to put it to a 2v2 here. So now the numbers start to even up.
The utility usage is already so much different from the last game we watched, where so many players are peeking off of flashes, dying blind. It's been very, very fast-paced. It's just that Fnatic are able to keep up with FaZe, and that's what's making it so exciting. But both teams are doing a good job of keeping it simple, making it look simple, but then also making sure not to dry peek anything, stay mobile, make very interesting plays with their utility.
40 seconds left. Fnatic trying to clear what they can. Footstep has been made. Surely Karrigan starts to rotate. Flush shot, jumping, looking at everything, but that makes it hard to... Oh, Golden, what are you doing? An imperfect situation for him, in fairness.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't know. He had maybe a chance to actually like stick the plant right off the bat, but if he held for a couple more seconds, could have got an easy frag.
The fan in me.
The Golden fan?
Fnatic fan.
Fnatic fan.
I've liked Golden though since he's joined the team. I really enjoyed watching them at E-League. It was really good. And I've enjoyed him so far in ECS, as I've enjoyed FaZe as well. I've always been a Fnatic fan. The problem is I'm a fan of too many teams, so I have like 7 favourite teams. But Fnatic have always been one of them. It's the only sticker on my AWP Medusa. Glorious gold of Fnatic, and this glorious Crims of a 2K, and Golden's in CT.
Yeah, FaZe have position for that plant. They got the smokes down as well for coverage, but you would like to see them gain ground here into CT if they possibly can. But with only 2 players, it's going to be hard, especially as there is equal numbers there to meet them in CT, and Flush is working that stair position at the same time. So right now, FaZe, they just don't have ground here. They're going to get pinned down. Karrigan, though, able to deliver one, and a second comes in too on the weakened Flusher, allowing Karrigan to back away. What crucial frags, or the timing to get them from Karrigan now as Nico's in the back.
They're going really, really wide. Electro using the wall to his advantage and getting the next kill. And Golden has a kit, so things are looking quite rosy for Fnatic in this pistol round, and perhaps they can catch up to FaZe, who are 4 rounds ahead. What do FaZe do?
Bye. First buy.
I think it was Existence and Titan who would have a grenade execute into B at reasonably cheap cost on a round like this, where they've planted the bomb. It's a shame, though. I mean, I don't get to see as many LDLC games as I might like to, but... Nico, hello.
That's awesome. I like this a lot. This wasn't it Gambit that did this sort of thing for a while. They would get the bomb down. They wouldn't like fully commit to a force buy, but they would have like one player sort of like drop an AK, and then someone gets the Kevlar, and then everyone else just saves. And that's pretty awesome, especially with FaZe, a team that can sort of pass that gun around and do immense damage with it.
Karrigan will take the L for that, I'm sure. Enable his players, activate his players.
And there's the first one from Nico. How many more will he get? The boost comes in, looking for the response. That could be a peek from Flusher, but having taken damage already, Flusher is disincentivized to peek. So instead, he'll back away onto the B site. Crim's watching for the boost.
There could be 1 AK, there could be 2 AK as well. Something that Fnatic can't really identify, just how much danger there is in this round for them.
They did buy up all rifles, but I think FaZe are still intending on, well, at least I think they're just trying to improve their odds of getting a plant and doing damage at the same time. But I don't think spent nearly all the money they have left, right?
You need 2 kills in the pistol round to get the an AK, right?
Oh, I'd have to do math. I don't want to do math live on stream.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 you have to get the AK with the bomb down and a lost round. Nico's found himself in a really cool position here. Does get the spot as well onto Flusher. But the problem is, even if he gets the kill, the bomb is down towards the A site. It's actually planted, and Nico's alive here with the AK-47. This is a winnable position now. Nico going for the peek here. Meets Lecro. Can't survive against the FAMAS, and the defuse will be unhindered there for Fnatic.
Let the man pick up the AK. They'll get there in time.
What a sweet round. Yeah, that's so true. They should
Just delay a little bit,
yeah.
you know, find stuff.
That was so cool from Nico. That one little play that he did. He realized that as soon as he made contact with whoever's defusing the bomb, that his teammate was going to peek as well. So as soon as he showed himself, unpeeked, and that guy came down the stairs, he almost made it a 1v1. It was so close.
And this is... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say credit to Golden for his really fast 2K with the FAMAS on A as well. That was really important to keep them in the game.
And it's amazing that like the buy that FaZe can have now, and if you consider how much damage they did in that previous round, it really makes that play so worthwhile that Karrigan dropped the AK for Nico. And Karrigan had a UMP in full everything in this round, so it's as though, you know, it's fine really.
Hashtag worth.
Yeah, really high value, but they have to convert on this round really to make it, to tie everything together. And so far it's not looking good from that sense. They've lost 2 players already. And Flush is looking like he wants to re-aggress here on middle, and there could be a flash coming. Or actually, he's just going to shoot through the smoke and then get a second kill on the follow-up. So somehow it's a flawless round.
Beautiful.
We see those M4s turn into AKs, which is really nice for the CT side. That's how you know you're doing well. And the bank of FaZe has been broken. Not going to see a similar buy, instead just a couple of deagles.
Do you think Fnatic have any stylistic advantages against FaZe, or do you think it stylistically doesn't really... There's no sort of clear advantage you can call in one way or another?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I actually haven't watched a lot of Fnatic, so I wouldn't want to just talk out of my ass, so to speak. But
and they play very differently to kind of every other team, so it's a hard one. I think you do have to perhaps really be very familiar with their tendencies.
I think the styles make for a good match, but I wouldn't go further than that. On my own opinion.
One thing that's always perplexed me is how G2 constantly beat SK, which I actually like G2's brand of Counter-Strike. I know people always talk smack about Shock's calling. I like the way he calls personally. I think it's simple. I like simple. I think it's quite close to Karrigan, to be honest. There might just be better players on FaZe overall or something like that, but I always found that SK has the same or better talent, and they have more depth, and they can do all the same stuff as G2, but G2 always beat them. That is so interesting to me.
Score is pretty tight between these 2 teams. That is savage aggression from Lecro, sending one of their very strong aimers up mid on his own, doing the job. Guardian may be subject to this grenade. He's got to move back. 29 HP for him. Re-aggressing, but he'll get taken down from a different angle by none other than Lecro. Lecro appears to be everywhere in this round. We see Rain creeping in the smoke, but how much can he expect to do in this situation? Crim's ready for him with the high rate of fire. Rain creeping through, but there's a moving accuracy from Crim's. Could this be 2 rounds where Fnatic don't lose a single player?
Wow. Guess that's a yes.
Let's take a look at that.
Look at that cash, look at that green.
Nice.
Look at that moolah.
5 AKs. Oh, that's the dream.
Whoa, that is, yeah, that's so awesome. Oh my god. Oh, that feels amazing. When you have an AK on the CT side, it does actually feel so good.
Yeah.
So good.
The comfortable side with the fan favorite.
Yeah. Now let's watch how the AKs get wiped out by CZs. That would be
the unstoppable
ultimate irony.
force.
That would be the fitting thing, really. But so far it's looking good here. Necro gets all that info and a 2k to boot, so the AKs may be safe this round.
Yeah, so the bomb will try to emerge from Palace, and the bomb will emerge, but the humans may not. Guardian left alone towards the B bomb site, looking for a deagle. But he will leave a deagle for his opponents, who won't get there in time, but
They have too much money.
they do.
We're in the second half. I mean, this money matters. They had 10k apiece. All 5 players have AKs, full grenades, everything they need, and now even a lead.
9 AKs on the server. It's like it's free-for-all deathmatch.
Yeah. Ooh, Flusher missed his. I think he was going for the jump onto the fence, but he messed it up, I believe.
Hey, if anyone asks, it's on purpose.
Yeah.
I like the angle at the bottom of mid by the wall, which is not to say it's a good angle. I just saying that I like it because it's really fun to phase T's as they move towards the boxes. You may see me there with an AWP. I may not escape, but I'll still enjoy my time there.
Olaf Meister with 1. That's an AK down on the Fnatic side. We'll have a moment of silence for it.
It's a team kill, but it's an X-team kill.
That was a big gamble from Flusher.
Yeah, they wanted to try to retake mid control, but didn't expect anyone to come out of underpass, which is maybe a lapse of judgment. I'm not sure if they had a flash to support they thought would blind that part, but he definitely came barreling out of there with conviction. I'm sad to see the AKs go on the CT side. I really wanted to see how long this would last.
Yeah, same.
Well, you're seeing how long is. Not very long at all.
That's right. Thank you.
Golden at CT with the HE grenade. If only he had a Molotov. Lecro will soon join him. Golden has a kit. They need to find an opening soon, though, this CT side. They have little info as to where these T's are, as you can see from Lecro looking towards ladder room as he moves in the crawl space. Ah, 1 player spotted, and there he goes. Oh, Lecro's got a Molotov, so if he can, never mind. He's down, and Golden, at least he can exit the site. If he goes back, it would be suicidal. Surely he realizes that. What is he going for here? Oh, he will make his way up there. That is really nice bunny hopping. Launders, out of 10. Oof.
Let me check my pants.
Oh my god. Not the response I was expecting, but there we go. This money may soon disappear for Fnatic, as good as it looks. If they had, say, 14 rounds, then obviously it would mean a lot more, but that money is easily spent when you are on the defensive side of any map in Counter-Strike. But it does require some success from FaZe.
Ooh. Oh, that's a nice finishing shot there. The combo kill.
They're completely calling out Guardian's picks. I think it's Flusha too. He's the one who does the. I'm pretty sure he's the one who used to call the 5 nade hits on Fnatic. Oh, Lecra's staying in the molly. Whoa! How did he live so long?
And he's the only one dead for the CT side. Fnatic are made of money. They're controlling the markets. They are the Illuminati.
Do you reckon Lecro knew he was standing in the flames?
I think it seemed like he wasn't.
Hello. Hello.
It seemed like he knew. It seemed like he was in there before the flash.
Maybe
Right?
he's just doing like a Queen Daenerys impression. Daenerys the Unburnt. Just like going for that.
Wait, that's spoilers.
That old thing. No, that's like really early on. That's like season 1 or something. Or season 2. Super early on. I don't know if you've watched anything, but
I've watched 3 seasons.
okay, then you've seen that. Or you should have done.
Just so long ago.
Yeah. Daenerys the Unburnt.
Could be 2. It is 2. JW with the USP plays. Love me some USP in mid versus no armor. It is a guilty pleasure. I'm definitely guilty.
I love the run boost. It was meant to bait out a shot, but he just flew right back like a boomerang into the bullet. LMS.
I like how the silence accentuates the hopelessness. Do you know what I mean? It's like... Just oh.
It's very poetic.
Yeah.
Economy playing a big role in why they're able to just stay afloat.
It's crazy how much money they have. It really is.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
That's really good.
He's trying to do some Roberto Carlos hype. But there were no goals scored by FaZe in that round.
Is that a football reference?
It is, yes. I doubt most people...
I didn't get it.
I only watch football, so I wouldn't get it.
I see what you did there. You're a very intelligent man, Launders. I'll have to show you guys Roberto Carlos bending rules of science.
You're talking about hand egg by any chance?
The hand egg.
Yeah.
Is that not rugby, or was that a...
It's American football, of course.
American football or rugby?
Rugby's rugby.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hand egg is American football?
American football, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And yes.
Well, FaZe getting a bit stuck in the mud here in mid. Stuck in the mid. We'll try to go for that B split now, but there's a great forward position on Lekro as well in the B apps. And this off angle could just be the end of Nico. He is anticipating the run. He hears the first steps, so now it's just Carrigan left, and the bomb is on him. But he's got 4 players to kill. This is a pretty impossible task for Mr. Carrigan. Doesn't know where Lekro's coming from. That's another round for Fnatic. And you know what? It would be actually insane if Fnatic are able to survive this test. Like, FaZe is probably one of the teams that are most likely to tarnish their record. Because they're still undefeated. I think Astralis are as well, but Astralis only have like 4 maps played or something. So, so yeah, that would be absolutely crazy if Fnatic... James, have we ever had someone go undefeated? Like, actually... No
I'm not sure. I remember SK dropped 1 map.
Yeah. Cobblestone to TSM.
Yeah, so I don't know if we've had a clean sheet.
What happened to Semphis? I haven't seen Semphis in ages.
Semphis is on Splice.
Oh, I was on Splice. Right.
Oh, they still have a team.
That's cool.
Splice, yeah.
How are they doing? How's he doing?
Not great.
Alright.
I think that's self-explanatory. I just see him tweeting about gym-related things. Is he powerlifting or just...
SK1, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, he is thick. He's a massive man. An absolute force.
JW moving into a Fnatic. Oh, it's a second offering. It's a second helping, but will this lead to diabetes for Fnatic? That is the question. They're up close. They're deep inside the A bomb site. JW in tow. My metaphors are outstanding. You can't touch them. JW. He has a Molotov. And he will throw it to the ramp. An effective use of it. Trying to make this as painful as possible for FaZe. No one else showing the hand just yet. Golden taken down in the meantime. There's another player on the site. Chris has a lot to do here, but he will get traded. 2 versus 2. There's more opportunity than just a bomb plant here for FaZe.
Yeah, but Lekra and Flusher are pretty happy to try to stop that. They're just waiting right now for them to plant so they can get some proper information. But that kill is really going to force the issue for Flusher. Great grenade. Catches Guardian on a great angle as well. Did not expect Flusher to be so far pushed. And now Flusher is on for this clutch.
It's versus Boy.
How does he play this?
Oh, this is interesting.
Goes for the elevated peek here. Good damage there onto Olafmeister, but not fatal. Goes for the hold, and he might get it! Oh, that was very close. Very, very close for Flusher. Olafmeister, once again, an imperious performance.
Nice 4K from Olafmeister in the clutch kill, obviously very important. Not only save their economy, but keep them away from match points. Interesting when you're playing somebody you know. Tries to call out that he will not peek on the second tap. But Olafmeister played it right to the 4-second mark.
When they right click again and you think it's a left click because the screen changes, like, oh. Well, hello Rain. That's one way to take money away from the CT side, and they are all more than dead on the A bomb site. Oh, jeez, Louise. Nico's turned on. Look at the money still, though.
Their round was over in 20 seconds. Look, it's like 140 when Rain gets those kills. It's 140 when he gets those kills.
There's still so much money. You're flying away from his face. This is a key round. This is a brutal round if Fnatic loses, because this may decimate their economy. Flusher will be unsuccessful. Does Crims want to go back to the well, or is the well poisoned? Waiting for some grenades, or maybe he's just focusing on the lower area. He is in a predicament at the moment. Bomb will be left in T-spawn for now. Our FaZe reposition. There's a flash for Crims.
Finally, I was going to talk about how every time that FaZe have gone for pick control, Fnatic have pushed either B or Palace, and in the later of this half, they haven't been capitalizing on it. Like the other one, Kerrigan was running through B apps, and Lekro got that 2K.
Kerrigan is flanking at the moment. I need to really catch someone, because I wonder what the money is for Fnatic, but we can find out in a second, because it's about to get worse. JW taken down. Lekro on the site. Point of no return for Lekro, and he will not return. Headshots, penetration kills on the last two players, and there is still money for Fnatic.
They really iced the kicker with that pause. We have a comeback on our hands, it seems.
Yeah.
Finally, the infinite well of income that Fnatic had accrued is now almost depleted.
Almost, but still looks really good into the last couple rounds. And again, Fnatic are undefeated in the league so far. If they lose this, that's their first loss.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, this is a big deal. This is a really big deal for Fnatic. Want to keep that clean sheet.
Losing sucks.
Losing is terrible.
So dirty sheets, especially sheets that you describe as soiled.
Soiled it.
Depending on the source of the soil. Soiling. Well then, who is going to make it to match point in the first of two maps between these two teams?
This is the most standard from both sides that we've seen so far. No mid control, no pushes. Execute on A is a false exec. They don't throw a jungle smoke, which is kind of weird because they aren't denying information from the connector guy. So no CTs have to move.
They have done an exec towards A that was a fake, and then actually executed behind it. So this time they may have a different approach, but the bomb is heading back towards A, which means that this is a double fake, but there's nobody who's going to commit to this and die for the cause. They're rotating towards the A site, and Flusher will hear this. There's a rotation already from JW, so this might not work out for FaZe. Maybe they have overplayed their hand.
Oh, that's a great timing from Nico. Beats out the flash from Golden. And now Fnatic in the 3 versus 3. 20 seconds, less than 15 seconds to bomb this bomb. This is looking really bad at the moment, although Guardian does get to the spot in time. He's alone, and that's a massive problem here. There's an AWP right beside him, should he choose to try to clutch with that, but he keeps the AK in hand. Going for the shots here. 2 players on that angle, all 3 approaching at once. Good damage done by Guardian as he looks, as he searches desperately to find something. They get closer and closer. A kill comes in, but the health has just been too something.
Too much health.
He's dead, Dan. That's the problem. There is no health.
Too dead.
Yeah, the health has been too dead. Maybe FaZe outsmarted themselves there with the double fake. I think if you do that, you have to commit someone to it. Otherwise, it's too obvious that you're not... You know, it's a long rotation to go from B apps to A without convincing your opponent that you are going into the B bomb site. And it reminds me of when Guardian was on Na'Vi and he would throw a smoke from T-spawn that would go into short B and they would send Edward in. He would be the man to die on the B bomb site to convince people of that play. Anyway, FaZe still have a buy in this last round. Rain really looking for a frag here, but he will fall to the flames, and there goes Kerrigan. Lekro annihilating him with the AWP. 3 players remain, and it seems that FaZe are committed to this split.
Nothing looking really strong at the moment. Lekro with the AWP does get caught out as Nico arrives on the site to plant. Guardian holding the forward angle there for the door of market. Now switching up his position to try to catch the rotation of the CTs, but the fresh rotation will be coming in from shorts. And I believe Olafmeister is watching for that, although he will die to his ex-comrade, Crims.
I can't take it.
Nico on the sides, ready to burst out at the right moment, looking for the jump across the info. Somehow JW still connects, at least Guardian, but not for long. Fnatic, they've somehow done it. I can't believe it. The clean sheet will remain for Fnatic. I thought for sure FaZe were going to steal it away.
JW did the